tops and bottoms, semes, and ukes. So in the BL world, more specifically in Thai BLs, you just have to classify tops and bottoms for some reason. Characters like Sarawat, Tarn, Korn, Tin, and more are classified as tops, while characters like Dean, Intouch, Tyne, Kongpop, and the like are classified as bottoms. And the classification seems to transcend the characters and are also applied to the actors as well, with people making lists like top 10 bottoms and top 10 tops. Stuff like that is super prevalent. But did you know that most of it is actually false? Basically, a lot of it is miscoding. Surprised? See, tops and bottoms have nothing to do with most of the stuff that you associate them with, and everything to do with one thing: sex. Now, if sex is going to be a touchy subject for you, I advise you to get away from this video now. But if you're willing to keep an open mind and actually learn something today, then let's keep at it. Again, there will be times when I mention sex-related stuff, so I'm giving you fair warning. In Japanese yaoi media, and consequently Thai BLs, every BL has what fans classify as tops and bottoms. But when you learn what it's really about, you might find the concept a bit different and maybe a little ick. In Japanese yaoi media and Thai BLs, tops are generally those with masculine features and traits. By appearances, they're usually taller, bigger in general, with stronger jaws, more athletic builds, and in personality, they're more dominant, aggressive, authoritative, and generally masculine. While bottoms supposedly are cuter, smaller, shorter, rounder features. They tend to be softer, gentler, more adorable, and on occasion stereotyped to be viewed as leaning a little bit more towards the feminine traits, while not necessarily being femme themselves, because, you know, boys love, right? But the thing is, this is what you call a heteronormative approach to viewing the LGBTQA, meaning you're looking at it from the lens of straight folk, where one has to be male and one has to be female, even if they're both guys. But then again, they're both guys. Now let's look at what top and bottom actually means, and again, this is gonna be touchy. A top would be the person who inserts their penis into the butt of their sexual partner. That's pretty much it. It's that simple. And a bottom would be the person whose butt gets inserted upon. This has nothing to do with blowjobs because either tops and bottoms can give each other blowjobs. I told you it's a touchy subject. Now, there can be any number of reasons why one is top and the other is bottom, but it all boils down to preference in bed and comfort level. Being a top can be difficult for some because it takes a lot of stamina, and being a bottom can be difficult for a lot of folks because it really hurts. So literally that's all top and bottom mean. It doesn't mean anything else. Now, why did our favorite BL stars get dragged into this? It's because of that heteronormative thinking, that one has to be male and one has to be female. And somehow we've equated tops with the male side and bottoms with the female side, which is likened to vaginal sex. The problem is, like I said, it has nothing to do with personality. There are a lot of softer men out there who prefer to be the top, and lots of tough masculine men who enjoy being the receiver in anal sex. Tarn type tried to subvert these tropes by kind of evenly distributing the usual tropes and traits between the passive, mellow Tarn and the aggressive, athletic type. And during sex, type has actually indicated that he wants to also be the top, but because they have to be categorized in some way, fans kind of just force type into the bottom category. You'll see it in a lot of lists. Because he's cute and he's short, I know he's so adorable, and they completely ignore the fact that if he wanted to, he would be what we call versatile. Versatile or switch guys are guys who are okay with either being top or bottom in sexual encounters. While soft, passive, music-loving Tarn is a top, strictly because he actively said in the show that he does not want to be a bottom ever again, one cannot truly classify type a bottom. It's unfair to him because if we're being honest, he also wants to top from time to time. It's just that Tarn doesn't want to. The funny thing is, appearance and personality are being used as rulers to determine which one is top and which one is bottom, and they even say that ship names also dictate this, but like I pointed out earlier, that's simply not the case. Filipino BLs are doing a much better job at managing this. Like in between, both characters are essentially versatile. In my day, both characters give off the top vibes, but it was only recently hinted who was actually the top when I actually saw them doing it. And in Game Boys, we have the ship name Kyriel, which blows a lot of minds of categorizers, because remember, they said that tops names are supposed to come first, and if the tropes are to be followed, then it means Cairo would be the top and Gavriel would be the bottom. This would hilariously fall apart in Omando because Barry's character is the one people would automatically classify as a top without even seeing them have sex, over Mando, who is coincidentally played by the same guy who played Gavriel in Game Boys. Simply because, look at the size of that guy. What is this, a food chain? In Boys Lockdown, both leads are soft boys who, you know, if you put them in other shows, they would automatically be labeled as bottoms because, you know, you like to stereotype things. But the secondary characters, the guard and the barangay official, are easily labelable as tops. But then again, they're not the leads. Now, all those tropes are subverted in Filipino BL because unlike in Thailand, BLs are not just made with mostly straight female input for a straight female audience, with the LGBTQA just essentially being secondary collateral market. In the Philippines, LGBTQA content is actually pushed by the LGBTQA members with support by cis-het writers, but with checks and balances to make sure that the content caters to the LGBTQA community. So there you have it. The top and bottom thing is not true. But I can give you an alternative that everybody can agree on, especially in Thai BL. Every Thai BL show has one who hashtag doesn't want it, and one that hashtag wants it real bad. It's literally in every show you watch, and I think the only show that broke this trope was Come to Me. I mean, both of them are horny AF. Thank you for joining me on this little retrospective. If you learned something, hit like and share in the comments what stuff you'd like to input. And for more content, subscribe and hit that bell icon. Follow me at x_Paco and visit boyslove.fandom.com for more BL content. Till next time, peace out.